If you keep trading your time for money, in 10 years you'll still be in the same place, or maybe even worse. Have you ever stopped to think how risky it is to rely on just one source of income? Many people still believe that the only solution is to get a job, as if that were the only option. And I get it. This mindset is part of many people's reality. But let me tell you something that could change the way you see your career and finances. Today, things are very different. Jobs are disappearing. Or worse, they're not paying enough to guarantee a decent life. And because of this, more and more people are looking for ways to supplement their income. Maybe you've been in that situation yourself, wondering how to make ends meet. The curious thing is that while some people tell me that what I talk about, seeking independence and starting your own business, isn't for everyone, I see that relying solely on job hunting doesn't make sense either. What I want to show you is that there's another way, a path that offers more security, even though it may seem challenging at first. Think about this. Today, nearly 30% of the global workforce is self-employed. That's not a small number. And here's the kicker. Starting your own business is faster and cheaper than it was 20 years ago. Access to technology, information, and even capital is much easier. And what does that mean? It means the opportunities are out there for you. But to seize them, you need to change the way you think about work and money. And let me be clear. No one gets rich working for someone else. That might sound harsh, but it's the reality. When you're an employee, what you're really doing is renting your time and mind to someone for a few hours a day. But time, as you know, is limited. So when your working hours end, your chances of earning more money end too. It's that simple. What I'm suggesting is a mindset shift. Instead of thinking about selling your time, why not start thinking about charging for the results you can generate? The people who truly prosper are the ones who dedicate their hours to their own projects, controlling their own time, and more importantly, their own future. Now that you understand that selling your time limits your earnings, let's talk about how you can escape the so-called rat race and start building something that brings true freedom. The rat race is basically the cycle most people live in. Wake up, go to work, get paid at the end of the month, pay bills, and do it all over again. It's a cycle with no end, and worse, no progress. That's why entrepreneurship is so important. Building a successful business takes time. It might take months, maybe years, to start seeing significant results. And when we talk about profits, it might take decades for a startup to become highly profitable. But that doesn't mean it has no value from the start. One crucial thing to understand about business is that even if a company doesn't generate profit right away, it still has value. The value of a business lies in the profits it will generate over its lifetime. A classic example is PayPal. Back in 2001, in the early years of the company, it wasn't making any profit. But when the company's value was calculated at that time, what did they find? That most of the company's value came from the profits expected over the next 10 years. This teaches us something very important. If you want to be at the top of your market, you need to prepare for the long game. And that preparation, that focus on the future, is what makes a business profitable. And here's the interesting part. The ideas you have, the ones you believe could change your life, won't come to life on their own. Keeping your plans in a drawer, waiting for the right moment, won't make them happen. If you don't act, those ideas will disappear. It's like a plant that needs watering to grow. Without action, it dies. A great example of this is Steve Jobs. He turned Apple into the most valuable company in the world by following a strict plan, aligned with his vision. When he returned to Apple after being fired in 1997, he began the campaign to launch the iPod. At the time, many analysts said it was just an accessory. Little did they know that Jobs was planning something much bigger, the launch of the iPhone and iPad. And well, the rest is history. What started as a bold vision became the world's most popular line of devices. And here's the lesson. The most successful companies depend on their founders' vision. It's their ideas put into action that generate all the success. So if you have an idea, don't leave it on the shelf. Gather the right people, make the right plan, and execute. That will take you out of the rat race and lead you to a real life where you control your destiny. Speaking of ideas and execution, if you're enjoying this conversation and want to see more content like this, don't forget to leave a comment saying, "I create my own opportunities." I'll be checking the comments and giving a heart to everyone who writes that. It's great to know we're in this journey together, seeking more independence and success. If there's one thing I've learned over time, it's that the future isn't predicted, it's created. Today, we have more opportunities than ever before in history. And here's something curious. Even with all the economic problems the world faces, opportunities keep emerging. It almost seems contradictory, right? How can there be crises and at the same time so many possibilities? Here's what's really happening. The crisis itself is an illusion. What's actually going on is a transformation. It's not that jobs have disappeared, it's that jobs have changed. The difference is subtle but crucial. The problem isn't a lack of work, it's a lack of traditional jobs. But if you sharpen your focus and see the opportunities behind this transformation, you'll realize that the world is full of work to be done. As I always say, while some people only see problems, others see opportunities. Which side do you want to be on? Because at the end of the day, all crises are invitations for change. And those who see the opportunity in a crisis step into a new dimension. They not only improve their own lives, but also develop a mindset where problems simply don't exist. Every loss hides the seed of a gain, and those who know how to turn their defeats into victories are the ones who thrive. So, next time something doesn't go as planned, stop and think, what can I learn from this? How can I turn this situation into something positive? Believe me, this simple habit of looking for the bright side in adversity can completely change how you approach life and its challenges. Now, let me tell you something important. Often, when we ask people if they want to be happy, fulfilled, and successful, almost everyone says yes. But what most people don't understand is that to be successful, you need to work on yourself every day. There's no magic formula or recipe that works overnight. Here's what happens. Many people start with big plans, but give up within the first few months because they think success is like winning the lottery. But success is much more like planting a tree. You plant the seed, water it, take care of it, and only after a long time do you start to see the fruits. And even then, you have to keep tending to the tree so it keeps growing. That's what you need to do with your life. Your goal isn't just to get older, but to become a better person as time goes on. And that needs to happen fast because time flies. The next phase of your life requires the best version of yourself. There's no time to wait. It's like making choices. Every moment of your life, you have to give up something to gain something else. You can't have it all at once. So start making choices that lead you to success. By the way, if you're committed to making these choices, comment below. From today, I choose success, and I'll leave a heart on your comment. I want to see who's really ready to make the right decisions. Let me share something crucial with you. These are 6 sacrifices you need to make every day if you want to achieve total success. Pay attention, because this can change your life. Choose personal fulfillment over external recognition. We all love to be recognized, right? But the problem with recognition is that it's fleeting and outside your control. If you base your happiness and success on what others think of you, you'll end up frustrated most of the time. The secret is to focus on your own achievements. That's something you can control. When you do something great, recognition might come, but the satisfaction of having achieved it will always be yours. Choose excellence over acceptance. Here's a quote from motivational speaker Mark Gorman. If excellence is an option, why choose anything else? Every day, you have the chance to do something with excellence or just get by, and that's your choice. Remember, details matter. Always strive to improve, be disciplined, and raise your standards. Don't settle for mediocrity. If you can be excellent, why not be? Choose personal growth over immediate pleasure. It's in our nature to seek instant gratification, but personal growth often requires denying those small pleasures and thinking long-term. True growth means being proactive, not just reactive. It's about knowing that by reflecting before acting and choosing according to your principles and values, you're building a better version of yourself. And since we're talking about choices that lead to success, if you haven't liked this video yet, now's the time. Help the channel grow and share this message with more people. And of course, subscribe to keep following this type of content. Choose future potential over immediate financial gain. Many of our dreams involve money, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to earn well. But sometimes, you'll need to prioritize future potential over fast cash. Sometimes you'll have to give up part of your income to invest in something that will bring you a much greater return in the future. So, whenever you make a decision, ask yourself, will this choice bring me more in the long run? Focus over scattered interests. Nobody can know the exact time if they're using two watches at the same time. What I often see among entrepreneurs and creatives is the number of ideas they want to implement all at once. That's a recipe for failure. What needs to be done is to focus on one thing at a time. The right timing will allow you to realize most of your ideas, but it requires giving your attention to one at a time. Choose transcendence over safety. Lastly, you can't build something truly great without taking risks. If you don't take risks, your life will become monotonous. The great men and women we know elevated the transcendence of their lives in proportion to the risks they decided to take. And of course, the risks should be calculated, but there will come a time when you'll need to take the leap, even if you're scared. When you do that, that's when you'll transcend. These 6 sacrifices are essential for success. If you can make these choices daily, you'll gradually see your life begin to change. Not just in terms of external achievements, but in your mindset, in how you approach life. Personal growth is intentional. Personal growth doesn't happen naturally. Many people believe that just living and going with the flow will automatically make them grow and become wiser. But the truth is different. Life is only the best teacher if you actively seek growth. Understand this. Personal development requires intention. It's not something that happens by accident. You have to be proactive. Learn from situations, from mistakes, and always be attentive to the lessons life offers. And if you have the intention to grow, everything around you becomes an opportunity to learn. And during this growth process, life will present you with challenges. These challenges are in fact opportunities for evolution. When they come, don't run away. Face them head on, because that's where real growth happens. Remember the comfort zone? That's the biggest enemy of growth. It's easy to get comfortable, but to develop, you need to step out of that zone, explore the unknown, and yes, take risks. It may be scary, but it's essential. Growth isn't easy, I know. It requires sacrifice and discipline. That's why it's so important to find ways to stay motivated. And one of the best ways to do that is to revisit your vision. Remember why you started this journey? Constantly remind yourself of the person you want to become and the life you want to build. That will give you the strength to keep going when things get tough. The first step is defining what you really want. What are your short, medium, and long-term goals? Write everything down. Don't leave it in your head because that makes it easy to lose focus. Write down exactly what you want to achieve and how you're going to do it. It doesn't matter if the goals are small or gigantic. The important thing is to have clarity. Next, you'll need to break those goals into smaller, more manageable steps. The secret here is to take small steps every day. You don't need to solve everything at once. If you work consistently, day after day, you'll see progress come naturally. And above all, have patience. Success doesn't come overnight, but if you stick to the plan with dedication, it will come. Another key factor to success is the power of connections. Nobody reaches the top alone. The people you choose to accompany you on your journey can accelerate or delay your progress. Surrounding yourself with people who share your vision, who encourage you, and help you grow is one of the biggest secrets of great entrepreneurs. So start seeking those connections now. Attend events, courses, online groups, and most importantly, build relationships with mentors and people who have already achieved the success you aspire to. I want you to understand something. You're capable of achieving everything you desire. What stands between you and your dreams isn't luck, but your willingness to act and make sacrifices. Yes, the road won't be easy, but it will be extremely rewarding. You already have the tools and knowledge you need. Now, it's up to you. Success is waiting for you on the other side. All you have to do is make the right decisions and keep moving forward, even when things get tough. Now that you understand what it takes to stop trading your time and start multiplying your income, it's time to take action. The path may seem challenging, but it's this very challenge that separates those who stay stuck in the rat race from those who achieve true financial freedom. It's not enough to plan or have ideas. It's the constant action that brings results. And remember, you already have the tools you need. You just need to apply them. If you're ready to take the next step and want to keep going on this journey of growth, the next video might contain the concept that could accelerate your progress and help you make even smarter decisions. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.